Okay, Dave with Align Therapy here. We are going to talk today about a common problem in Schroth Method exercises as we try and elongate the spine. Madeline's going to be my model with this. She's an awesome Schroth exerciser. She's done great and has been able to control her curve with some Schroth exercises. So let's go through a few things that might help out while you're trying to do some Schroth exercises. So with Schroth exercises, we do a lot of elongation. So we want to take the spine and elongate it. So Madeline has an S-type curve, so it goes to the right in the thoracic and to the left in the lumbar. If we grab both ends of the spine and we pull, it elongates the spine and we get less of a curvature because of that. So that's why elongation is a big part of the Schroth method and other approaches to scoliosis. But one problem is in our brains when we say we want to get taller or elongate the spine, a lot of times we think, okay, we can get taller. So a lot of times the shoulders shrug. Madeline doesn't have this problem as much because it's been ingrained in her in dance to not shrug her shoulders. So dancers are a lot easier to treat without the shoulder shrugging because of that. So Madeline, put your hands on this bar here. And so just to give an example, bring your arms up. We're going to elongate the spine. Try and get as tall as you can and don't control those shoulders. So she's exaggerating it a little bit, but the shoulders will come up because the brain says we can be taller, we just need to do that. So go ahead and relax your shoulders a little bit. What we want to see here, keeping these down and then elongating the spine from here. So really opening the spine, creating more elongation and space without shrugging the shoulders, which is Madeline's norm, maybe just a little down. There we go. She's shrugging just a teeny bit. That's what we want to see. So there are a couple of ways that we can reduce the amount of shoulder shrugging that we have. So go ahead and bring your arms down. We're going to go over something called diaphragmatic breathing. So it's using the diaphragm to breathe. If we're taking a deep breath and we're trying to elongate, but we're using the muscles up here, that will cause the shoulders to shrug and cause the neck muscles to tighten. So take a really big breath and exaggerate that for me there, Madeline. So I don't know if you can see, but we can see the muscles in her neck tightening. We see the shoulders coming up. She's exaggerating a little bit, but that's okay. I told her to. But we can see a lot of that tension, and that will bring the shoulders up. So now, Madeline, put one hand on your chest, one hand on your stomach. And if she takes a deep breath without thinking about it, go ahead and take a deep breath. Maybe come in a little closer so you can see. Deep breath again. So we see her chest raise as she takes that deep breath, and we see a little bit of tension in the neck. So she is using the diaphragm, but she's not using that mostly to breathe. So now I want you to breathe in and allow your stomach to come out as you breathe in. So go and do that. Good. Less raising of the chest, more expanding of the stomach. Deeper, big breath. There we go. Okay, so we want to allow the abdomen to expand, partially because one of her curves is down here. If we don't expand the abdomen, we can't expand that area of the spine. So that's one reason, but the other reason is we want to control the tension at the shoulders. Okay? So put your arms back up on the bars. So as we elongate, if she uses breathing down in the diaphragm, there we go, then we can elongate the spine without having as much shoulder shrug as we breathe with that diaphragm. That looks way better. Okay, good. The second way to keep the shoulders from shrugging is we push the elbows out to the sides. So pushing out to the sides, that keeps the shoulders down so the muscles are bringing the shoulder blades out. We elongate the spine using the diaphragm again, and we keep that tension out on the elbows and tall with the head. If you're a dancer, they talk about a string, right? Pulling a string to the ceiling. Okay, so we've elongated with the elbows pushing out. If we're still struggling to keep these shoulders relaxed, put your hands on your shoulders and forward just a little bit. So now we're pushing out at the elbows here. There's less tendency to grip and tighten on the bar, and we elongate the spine. So with each breath, we're elongating, we're using the diaphragm, we're pushing the elbows out, keeping these down. Sometimes it takes a lot of practice to learn how to do this. Well, a lot of times it takes a lot of practice to learn how to do this. Madeline's done this repetition in dance a lot, so she keeps those shoulders down. So don't expect to have this right off the bat, but practice it, make sure that those shoulders stay relaxed, because we want the elongation to happen here. We don't want the elongation to happen here. Hopefully that helps when you are doing posture correction in scoliosis specific exercise. And for other tips, keep watching. Thanks.